got this thing started right. All right, so a little disclaimer here up front. I got an alfalfa sprout situation going over here. It's been plaguing me all morning. There's nothing that can be done about it. Just nothing at all. It's just a rogue hair. Okay, some quick upfront things. Say to Scott from Reindeer Studios, he is no longer working for the man. He is self-employed. He's an artist. Everybody should check out his videos, commission him for work, and go to his Etsy store. I'll have links in my description. Not only is he a great guy and someone that we'd be happy to support, but now he's open for business, which is lucky for us. Let's do it up for Scott. Now, to the subject at hand is, it's February. So I discussed this in my last video. And Shane from Shoebox Legends used the term bridge players, and I love that. That's players who were in the Negro Leagues and the MLBs. And he talked about Monte Irving being one of the best examples of someone who had was significant on both sides of that. Roy Campanella is a good example of that, a really good example of that. So if you just think about if he had all the opportunity to be in the majors and he had significant time, you have to think he would have had additional MVPs. I'm not much of a player run guy. However, if I have anything that even approximates player run, it probably is of Roy Campanella. I have just finished a sort of a player run of him, of all of his Bowman cards. So now I'm going to flip the camera and we're going to chat. Roy Campanella started his career playing with the Washington Elite Giants on weekends while he was still in high school. The Elite Giants moved to Baltimore and he moved with them. And he spent some time in the Mexican and Venezuela leagues. In 1946, he moved to the Brooklyn Dodgers minor leagues. And by 1948, he started playing in pro ball Brooklyn Dodgers. And by 1949, he was an all-star. In 1951, he won his first MVP, then following again in 1953 and 1955. So let's take a look at some of these cards here. This is his #1 first rookie card. 1951 Bowman. Let's see the back. Okay, real quick. This is one of my nicest Roy Campanella cards. It is just in such amazing condition. I know there's a lot of glare today, but let's see if we can get a look at that. Here is a pretty hard to come by one, Roy Campanella. This is the 1950 Drakes. And I hear that I think Jake from Legends Never Die mentioned that these cards smell delicious. I think we all know Jake has an aversion to graded cards. He does not like to keep them in captivity. All right, Roy Campanella, 1953 Topps, classic card here. This is another one of my favorites here. Love these Wheaties cutouts. Such a sharp contrast with that orange. Blank back. We all know this is the big card, right? This card, even though it's only a 2, I feel like it's really hard to get a good version of this card. The registration on this card is exceptional because, I mean, if you're in the market and you look around, it's not that easy to find a nicer version of this card. And this is only a 2. So super happy with that. This is one of the coolest images. I mean, this is the Roy Campanella image, right? Speaking of Scott Reindeer Studios, he just did an art piece of this image, not of this card in particular, but the source image, which is also in the Stallmeyer. It's also in let's just say it's in a bunch of other. It's the source imagery for a bunch of other cards. But it looks really good here. And we'll get one last look at this puppy as I say farewell, bon voyage, and ciao. Ciao, ciao. For now.